Been in recovery for 2 years, still experience PTSD, even though our teen is much healthier. What can I do to help myself overcome those episodes of PTSD? Does it eventually go away? Go ahead, you wanted the question.
Well, I think it's important because it takes us back to the very beginning that you came here because of your kid, but you're going to stay for you. And what most of us have gone through, and it doesn't matter what the degree of the trauma is or the pain that got you here, it was significant. And for many, it was extremely life-changing and certainly could cause PTSD. So what do? You work on you. There's EMDR therapy, there's equine therapy, there's one-on-one counseling, there's Al-Anon meetings, which eventually, if you are going to leave here and accept that your child is an addict, you want to get into a healthy Al-Anon group. Try many, because not every meeting is healthy. And how can you tell if a meeting is healthy or you're getting what you need? You're going to start feeling better, and you're going to grow, and you're going to be challenged. Kirk and I used to have a thing where we always laughed that, gossip, we never heard gossip because people didn't come to us with gossip. If we heard about it, it was way on down the road, and then it was probably real. Personally, for me, the PTSD stuff, you claim it, you own it, it's real, it's what you're feeling, so do something about it. Choose your self-recovery.
Well, for me, it wasn't PTSD. But what I did have is depression. I had so much depression, and again, Cornerstone helped a lot, AA helped a lot, but you know what? Sometimes we need a little more care than that. And so I did go to a doctor, and I did get on a little medication until I could feel better without it. But don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do what you have to do to be healthy.
And I would say, because we spend a lot of time dealing with traumatic experience and PTSD in group and in our counseling practice, one of the things that's tremendously helpful in the process of working the steps, when you get to steps 4 and 5, that's the inventory. And that's it's tremendously therapeutic. I mean, doing an inventory, sharing it with somebody else, and God as you understand them, releasing the experience. That's so I would encourage, in addition to what these ladies said, being structured and disciplined in actually working the steps. Most of us don't do that, and most of the kids don't do that. I like the idea of being strong and healthy, okay? Or I like the idea of a good relationship or good, real healthy family life. I like the idea of being strong and healthy. I just don't like the idea of like getting up every day and working out and eating good. Okay? That's the truth. We all so there's 2 things, and this is like in my yoga practice that I've picked up on recently, is they talk a lot about being strong and getting strong, and how those are 2 entirely different things. I like the idea of being strong, right? Like looking strong and being a badass and all that stuff. I don't so much love the idea of getting strong, because that means like falling all over my yoga mat or looking stupid or coming to meetings every time and crying all the way through them. Getting strong is where it's at, guys. Embracing that part, that's where it's at. That's where the self-esteem is. That's where the growth is. That's where the connection is. Our egos want that get strong part. That clear, still voice within me knows where I need to be, is that willingness to be in that getting strong place. And it's like, what keeps us from being there? Fear. Fear of looking at our own stuff, right? Fear is what always holds us. back from that. And that's the difference between, that's like just recovery talk. Like that's what happens when you're engaged in a recovery process, is you hear stuff like that and you go, yep, that's me, or that makes sense. When we're still in that fix-it mode, we're like, somewhere in our heads, we're going, we're already thinking to the next program where there's somebody that's going to tell us something that is more in narrative with what we want in our household, of just less stress. We don't want our kid acting out as much. We don't want the freaking stress, all that. And that's cool. And that's our culture, but that's not us.